Please help us by subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to like and comment as we tell you this amazing story. The alarm screamed by the entrance. Maya Ellis lifted open hands. A guard grabbed her tote and dumped it on the floor. Diapers rolled. An inhaler slid. A lunchbox bumped her shoe. The receipt lay on top with a clean red scan line across every item. Bag check. Now, the manager said. I paid, Maya said. Receipt on top. An elderly white man paused at the watch kiosk. Silver hair. Cane. Navy sport coat. His name was Walter Briggs. He owned many leases in this mall. He did not say his role. He said a small, cruel line instead. People like you always have a story. Maya met his eyes. My story is a receipt. A woman near the fountain clutched her chest and folded to the tile. Lips went gray. Breath thinned. Maya moved. Called 911. She checked a pulse. Weak. She started compressions. Firm. Steady. A teen rushed over with the AED from the coffee stand. Pads placed. Stand clear. The device fired once. Compressions again. A quiet line by the ear. Hold on. Sirens grew. Paramedics took over. One medic nodded to Maya. Good work. Walter's hands shook by the gurney. Words failed. The guard still clutched the tote. The manager crossed arms. Gate alarm fired, she said. The medic lifted the receipt. Gates misfire. Clear the aisle. Walter faced Maya. Name. Maya Ellis. Walter Briggs. His tone shifted. Pick up her things, he told the guard. Maya packed with calm hands. She looked toward Walter. Follow the ambulance. Your wife needs you. He nodded and went. Maya sat in her car and breathed. She logged time and place. 2 strangers' airdrop clips. She texted her sister. Then she drove to the hospital. A nurse said, her name is Margaret. She is stable. Your CPR mattered. Her phone buzzed again. A neighborhood thread lit up. AD save lives. Ask the mall to test boxes each month. Ask stores to stop false stops. Replies poured in. They stopped me last week. They pulled my niece. Same manager. Same line. By evening, a clip of the stop hit every feed in town. One comment stung. Saves a life. Still treated like a thief. A direct message dropped at midnight. Take a gift card and drop this. Stores watch troublemakers. The sender field read WB Holdings. The amount matched a month of rent. Maya screenshotted the message. She filed a complaint with mall security. Plain words. Times. Names. One closing line. I will attend the next safety meeting. I will bring witnesses. She called 3 parents from the thread. Each story matched a pattern. Same censor gate. Same manager. The word policy used like a shield. She pulled the posted rules from the mall site. Clear calls required for any check. Dignity required during each step. A log required for each stop. She emailed for the logs. The address bounced. Maya set a public meeting at the library. She printed a sign in sheet and short forms. She brought a flip chart. 3 goals went on top. Stop false stops. Train staff. Maintain ADs. 30 people came. A teacher spoke. A student spoke. 2 elders spoke. A delivery driver spoke in a uniform shirt. A few cried. A civil rights clinic lawyer, Devin Price, sat in the back and took notes. He walked up after. I will help. 2 days later, a woman in pearls walked into the free clinic where Maya runs checks on Saturdays. I need a reading, the woman said. Maya rapped the cuff. How are you feeling? Sore. Grateful. I am Margaret Briggs, she said. I remember your voice. They talked for 10 minutes. Clinic hours. Needs. Simple steps that save lives. Check pressure. Check sugar. Teach AD use at the barbershop and the bakery. Margaret asked about the mall. Maya told the truth with care. I will speak with Walter tonight, Margaret said. Walter watched the clip without sound. He saw his lips form a sharp insult. He looked at his hands. Shame rose and did not leave. He called his general manager. Send 6 months of stop logs. Store by store. Shift by shift. A spreadsheet landed. Names missing. Reasons missing. Duplicate entries. One store far above the rest. One guard name on repeat. Walter called the safety chair. We meet Friday. Open session. Invite Ms. Ellis. Friday came. Maya brought statements in a calm voice. Devin sat beside her. The manager from the clip crossed arms. The guard kept eyes down. Walter looked older than the man at the watch kiosk. Maya spoke first. Bag check serve safety. Not bias. Posted rules require cause and dignity. Your logs show neither. Staff ignored receipts. Hands moved before questions. She slid copies across the table. Here are names, dates, receipts. The chair said, "We will review." Maya shook her head. "No stall. Here's a plan. Test and tag every AD each month with a public log. Require bias training for managers and guards. Tie lease renewal to training completion. Post the stop policy at each entrance. Scan the receipt before any search. Record each stop with a numbered entry. Post monthly counts online." Walter read the one-page plan. Margaret's words sat in his mind. Truth repairs. He nodded. "We vote today." The manager scoffed. "Shopper steal." Devin slid a letter across the table. Liability grows with each false stop. The gate misfires. The logs fail. The video shows unlawful detention. Fix this now or answer in court. Silence. Then a vote. 3 yes. 1 no. Motion carried. Maya stood. Walter stood too. "Thank you," he said. "Your wife lives because people move fast." Maya said, "Follow through matters now." Walter nodded. "We fund AD training in every store. We add a public hotline. I will sit through training." "Start with your line at the kiosk." Maya said. He met her eyes. "I am sorry." Watch till the end to see what happens to Maya and Walter. Subscribe to Echoes of Black Struggles. These are life lessons. Stay with us. Evening set in. Maya walked the route from the entrance to the fountain. She counted camera domes. She checked 80 boxes. 2 tags showed stale dates. She took photos. She sent them to the safety chair and to Walter. A reply came within an hour. "Replace pads tonight." New tag posted. The next morning, a plain envelope slid under the clinic door. Inside sat emails from a regional manager. Increase stops during holiday weeks. Focus on high shrink profiles. The list matched faces in many statements. Old code in new clothes. A second page in the envelope named the person who wrote the list. The name sat 3 lines above a company pledge on fair service. Maya met the whistleblower in a quiet corner of the library. Devin joined by the window. The emails covered 3 years. No slurs. Targets clear in code. Baggy clothes. Groups of teens. Shoppers from bus routes. The same stores ran higher stop counts each holiday week. "We bring this to the Human Rights Office." Devin said, "We request a hearing." Maya added one move. Elders who walk at dawn. They see patterns. They did. A retired teacher spoke about a stop at the perfume counter. Tears on a young face. A bus driver in a vest spoke about a grab at the exit. A pastor spoke about a teen who repeated one line, "I have a receipt." Each story went on paper with dates and register numbers. The city posted a hearing date. Walter's board pushed for a quiet deal. Margaret shook her head. "Stop buying silence." Walter surprised the room. "We attend the hearing. We answer on the record. We accept orders." He called his general manager again. "I want a full inventory of ADs by unit. I want charger status. I want pad expiry dates. I want a public page by Friday." The page went live on Thursday. Green tags filled most cells. Amber flags showed a few units due for pads. A staff crew fixed those within a day. The chair opened the hearing with simple law. Equal service. No profiling. Clear limits on searches. Fines for violations. Orders for reform. Maya spoke first. Short lines. Alarm. Open hands. Receipt. Humiliation. A woman on the floor. Action. Calm. Proof. She added one new detail for the record. 2 AD tags were stale last week. Replaced that night after notice. Public log now live. Devin followed with the emails. Holiday weeks. Profiles. He showed gaps in logs. He matched stop spikes with early release from school and concert nights. He closed with one page of fixes that matched the plan from the safety meeting. The manager from the clip sat with a thin smile. She blamed the gate. She blamed shrink. The chair asked one question. Why ignore receipt? Silence again. Walter took the stand last. Do you accept responsibility for failures in your mall? The chair asked. Walter looked at Maya. He looked at Margaret in the front row. Yes, I failed to set rules. I failed to train. I failed to hold leaders to standards. Ms. Ellis saved a life and pointed at harm we ignored. The chair closed the folder. Findings next week. Orders will follow. That night a developer called Walter with a buyout offer. Enough to wash headlines. He looked at the new poster by his office door. Respect first. Cause required. Scan before search. Log every stop. He hung up without a deal. He wrote a note to tenants. Prepare for change. Train your teams. Log your stops. Treat every shopper with dignity. Ignore this and you lose your lease. Undercover news aired before findings. 2 teens walked the same route with the same items. 1 black, 1 white. Only one got stopped. The anchor closed with a tease. Next, the name on the emails. Findings landed at 9. Violations confirmed. Fine set. Orders issued. Post a policy at each entrance. Publish monthly stop data. Fund 2 community monitors with surprise audits. Maintain AEDs and post logs online. Apologize in public to people stopped without cause. Walter stepped to microphones. No PR script. Trust broke. Rules repair, he said. Orders stand. Ms. Ellis, thank you for skill and restraint. He turned to the manager from the clip. Your lease ends in 30 days. You may reapply after full training and a probation period with audits. He looked at Devin. Your clinic gets a corner by the food court rent-free for 2 years. AED classes start this weekend. Maya did not stay for cameras. She walked to walk safe and wrote a board for the next class. Steps in large print. Tap. Call. Press. Pad. Shock if advised. Press again. She added a second board for staff. Ask for a scan. Keep hands down. Call a second staffer. Log each step. Offer receipt reprint before any search. A guard from the video showed up early for class. He sat in the front row. He took notes fast. He asked for a second set of pads for practice. He signed up to demo next week. The whistleblower met Maya and Devin again. She spoke with steady hands. I wrote 3 emails under orders. I regret each one. I will testify. Thank you, Maya said. Your choice protects kids who shop here. The first monthly report went live on the first day of the next month. Stops without cause fell by 38%. AED checks hit 100%. A heat map showed old hot spots near the entrance where the gate sits. New numbers looked even across the floor. Elders from the Dawn Club brought muffins to walk safe. Teens from the high school tech team built a QR code for the entrance poster. Parents lined up for short AED drills. A new clerk from the watch kiosk raised a hand and asked a role-play receipt scan at the door. The room clapped for a clean script. Margaret walked laps again. A small counter in her palm clicked on each turn. She carried a stack of thank you cards for guards and clerks who passed surprise quizzes. She stopped by Walk Safe and poured tea for Maya. I hear laughter in these halls again, she said. Maya nodded. Laughter with rules holds. A letter arrived for Maya from a regional chain in another state. They wanted the poster, the class kit, and the data template. The last line asked for one more thing. Would you help us publish numbers when early results look rough? Stay with us till the end. Subscribe to Echoes of Black Struggles. These are life lessons. The letter asked for help and for courage in the same breath. A regional chain in another state wanted the poster, the class kit, and the data template. Their last line asked a hard thing. Will you stand with us when the first numbers look bad? Maya answered with the same rules. She lives by, yes, publish weekly. No spin. No delays. Sign a simple MOU that says you will post numbers on time and keep AD logs public. Time manager paid a fairness in service, not stop counts. Devin wrote the MOU in clear lines. 3 pages. No tricks. The chain VP of Operations, Renee Albright, called to talk it through. We want change, Renee said. Our PR team wants a soft launch. Soft launches hide harm, Maya said. Start honest. People forgive day 1 if day 2 shows work. Walter sat in on the call and kept his voice steady. We learned this the hard way. Post a policy on the door. Post the numbers on your site. Sit in the training yourself. I did. Renee exhaled into the line. Deal. We signed today. Maya and Devin ran a virtual training that week. Store leads joined from 4 cities. Some looked open. Some looked tight. A guard named Jared raised a hand. We get judged on shrink, he said. We are told to push stops. Use your scanner, Maya said. Ask for a receipt first. Keep hands down. Call a second staffer for any search. Log every step. Your job is service and safety. Your log will protect you too. The pilot weekend hit fast. Early numbers looked rough. Stops without cause ran high at 2 stores. One incident almost broke the plan. A clerk reached a hand toward a backpack before a scan. A second staffer called out the rule. The hand paused. The customer showed a receipt. The clerk apologized on the spot. The customer posted a note later. Today the rule worked. Renee sent the first weekly report to Maya and Devin. We look bad, she wrote. We post in the morning. PR is nervous. Post as promised. Maya wrote back. Add a paragraph with next steps. People trust steps. People watch follow through. The report went live. Stops fell by the second week. 80 tags hit 100% in 3 cities. A 4-city lagged. Renee flew there and held class in the break room. She kept it simple. She kept it human. She posted her own test log before asking staff to do the same. Devin pulled 1 page from his folder. A clean brief. Title at the top. Transparency works. Stops without cause down 38% in 1 month. 80 checks at 100% for 3 straight months. 2 real saves tied to fast 80 response. Customer complaints cut in half. Foot traffic up on weekends. Walter read the page and nodded once. I called the senator tonight. Margaret placed a hand on his arm. Go public. No backroom talk. Walter walked to Fountain and made a choice. A live post went up from his account. Stop report stay. AD log stay. Thursday's bill would hide harm. I will publish numbers with or without a law. Comments poured in. Parents. Workers. Teens. A shop owner wrote 5 words. Data builds trust. Trust sells. Renee called from another state. We are with you. Her chain posted numbers early and pinned the post to the top. Morning came fast. Walk Safe opened at 7. Anaya and Jordan printed handouts for the State House. 1 page. Big type. Clear charts. Elders from the Dawn Club brought banners with 4 words in black paint. Respect. Cause. Scan. Log. The hearing room filled before 9. Reporters lined the back wall. The sponsor opened with a short speech about business freedom. A few heads nodded. Many faces stayed flat. Maya spoke first for the public side. False stops drop when numbers see daylight. Lives get saved when AD logs go green. This is not shame. This is repair. She held up the 1-page brief. You asked for proof. Here is proof. Devin walked through the legal frame in simple steps. Equal service. Clear rules for searches. Write the data that shows if rules hold. He ended on 1 line. Hide numbers and harm grows again. The sponsor pressed a mall lobbyist forward. The lobbyist warned about feared shoplifting waves and bad press. A parent raised a hand and asked for a receipt. Laughter broke the room and rolled toward the front bench like a tide. Walter took the mic next. I spoke a small, cruel line in a mall. Numbers and rules pulled me out of that moment. Numbers and rules gave neighbors a safe haul. I will publish reports even if this bill passes. That is a promise. Margaret stood beside him. A box on a wall saved me because a stranger learned AED steps. A report did not hurt our mall. A report helped the mall stop hurting people. A city doctor spoke. Data drives response. AED tests on a schedule save lives. A teacher spoke. Kids read the poster at the door and breathe easier. A guard spoke. Clear rules protect staff too. The sponsor frowned. A whisper moved across the dais. A senior member asked to speak. Transparency helped my district after a police report rule change. Same lesson here. Numbers drive change. A hush followed. The senior member offered an amendment. Delete the ban. Require a statewide poster. Require monthly stop reports. Tie business license renewal to 80 logs and training. The room shifted. Lobbyists flipped pages and lost their place. Parents sat taller. Teens held phones high. A vote on the amendment came first. Hands rose. A clerk counted. Amendment passed. The sponsor tried one last move. Delay for study. A chorus answered from the gallery. No delay. Final vote came at once. Ban failed. New rules passed. Cheers broke the room. A gavel tap for order. People filed into the hall with tears and grins. Maya stepped outside and hugged Margaret. Walter leaned on his cane and wiped his eyes. Devin typed a short notice to the list. State rules now match the poster on our doors. Reporters pushed mics toward Maya. She kept her words tight. Rules posted. Numbers posted. ADs tested. People safe. That is the work. The work did not pause. Walk Safe turned into a hub for the new law. A kit went online by nightfall. Poster in English and Spanish. Monthly stop template. AD log sheet. Training slide deck. Pay plan sample that ties bonus to fairness. Calls poured in from other centers. 3 states asked for licenses to copy the kit. Renee mailed signed agreements for 2 more regions. Back at the mall, staff gathered for first law day class. The guard from the old video ran the practice stop with a clerk at the door. He asked for a scan first. He kept hands down. He called a second staffer. He logged the result. He ended with one clean line. Thanks for shopping. Have a strong day. Anaya closed the intern cycle with a final demo. She stood by the entrance with a parent, a clerk, and a guard. She read the poster out loud and then looked into the camera. Ask my name before you ask my bag. The room applauded. Jordan read a poem he wrote for the vote. Short lines. Strong ribs of sound. Alarm screams. Hands rise. Receipt shows. Heart beats. Rule holds. Breath stays. The mall felt different. Not perfect. Better. Posters stood on every door. 80 tags carried fresh ink. The site showed stop counts on the first of each month. Parents waved at the walk safe door. Teens nodded at guards and got nods back. 1 week after the vote, the store that shredded logs tried to slide back to old habits. A monitor walked in without notice and asked for records. Binder matched website. Shred bag stayed empty. The store manager held a meeting and read every line on the poster out loud. Staff repeated each rule. Old Fear backed into a corner and stayed there. Walter returned to the watch kiosk with a small card for the counter. The clerk read the new line and smiled. Receipt on top. Thank you for patience. Customer after customer repeated the line back like a chorus. A mother stopped Maya near the fountain. My son walks here after school. He told me about the poster. He told me about the 80 class. My shoulders fell. Thank you. Maya nodded. Keep watching the numbers. Months rolled by. A quarterly report hit the state site. Stops without cause down across the map. 80 compliance near perfect. 2 more saves tied to fast response. First statewide youth training day scheduled for summer. Walk Safe listed as a host site. Walter recorded a short message for that day. No polish. No spin. I cause harm with a sentence. I chose repair with rules. You have that choice in your town. He ended with one ask. Post your numbers on time. Every time. The last scene belongs to the kids. Middle school groups filled Walk Safe for a final rehearsal. Each group wrote a 2-line script to read at doors across the city on the first day of the law. Respect first. Cause required. Scan before search. Log every stop. Test AEDs on the first. Post logs online. They practiced with clerks and laughed when lines tangled. Then lines flowed. Phones captured new clips that would live in family chats and school threads. Nights settled over the mall. The fountain glowed. Margaret finished a lap and handed Maya a cup of tea. Walter lifted the AED door and checked the green light out of habit. The guard locked the last log of the day with a clean signature. Maya stood by the entrance and read the poster one more time. For lines in simple black. Respect first. Cause required. Scan before search. Log every stop. Watch till the end. Comment with one rule you want on doors in your town. Share this video with one friend who needs a model for change. Subscribe to Echoes of Black Strugglers for more true stories on dignity, justice, and repair.